Time to get ready for the Larry and Needles Show. Hey everybody, how's it going? I'm Larry. Welcome to the Larry and Needles Show.
I'm Needles.
We got Kiki with us today.
How you guys doing? I'm doing good, man.
That's good to hear.
Good day
it's
at work.
Friday.
Fucking
Highlight of my week, baby.
yeah. Well, unless you got to work tomorrow. But
Yeah. Well,
like
it's
a lot
still
of
my
Americans
highlight,
do.
though. Yeah.
First thing I want to do is I want to say thoughts and prayers out to our Krav Maga guy, Chris.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's a shame.
I feel really bad, but I don't feel really bad because Master Nelson told me to.
Don't feel bad about ever injuring somebody.
Well, I know it wasn't my fault, but I was doing proper hammer fist technique on a pad. And
the dude tried to muscle it and didn't give any
Yeah,
give
he's
when
a
needles
newbie.
hit him.
yeah,
yeah,
so
he doesn't
really.
understand how the mitts work.
Yeah, he doesn't. You have to give a little bit of play, and you know he was holding them very tough. And Needles came down with the hammer fist. I'm gonna talk about myself in the third person for a second.
And it was
and it was a devastating blow, shall we say?
oh,
in
here's
the
the
industry.
actual injury that was sustained by this fellow was a
Torn bicep,
right. The bicep became disconnected down here.
Oh, man.
and
Yeah.
it rolled up into his arm.
Sonny said it looked like a skinny fucking string of spaghetti, and then everything bunched up. And I'm like,
Oh,
holy
man.
fuck, that sounds like
Hopefully
you need
this
surgery.
guy don't
and
try
he's
to
like,
sue me.
Well, no, honestly, like,
they
something like
s-
that. I mean, it was probably meant. He probably.
Well,
it was meant
I
to,
just
it was going to happen.
aggravated it.
Yeah, it was
one
probably.
of
It
those
probably
things
may
like-
have been aggravated or something.
Yeah.
But here's the other
I
thing.
mean, I'm not knocking your punch.
We
'Cause
all-
you got a hell of a hammer fist, but
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Kiki. I
yeah,
appreciate that.
you got a good fist.
But the other thing is, we all sign those waivers that say if something terrible happens to us when we are in this violence fucking class.
We
that-
are fighting.
Yes,
and
it's
I
a
wasn't
fighting.
even, and we were just going through the motions, hitting.
like
it
an-
wasn't like, why are we on that camera? Turn it up, turn it to the other one,
'cause
man.
I'm a stoner.
Okay.
Oh yeah, you didn't even play today, huh?
No, we're
I did the
we're
I did
going
the
back to
recorded.
the intro. Yeah.
We got some feedback
Yeah, we
from
got
our
some
fans,
feedback,
and
so-
we're kind of getting unprofessional. So we're gonna try and get back to the fucking nitty gritty of what the
And
Needles
evolve
and Larry
at the
show.
same time. You know,
Yeah.
because we were.
So wait, everybody in the crowd signs a waiver. So if we accidentally,
Yeah, like when we
Tackle the
signed
girl.
up,
Like
I don't
when
know
I-
if you noticed, we signed some things, and one of those
how come
was
your
saying
joint's bigger than mine?
because this is the one that.
I gave him the same amount.
No, that's the one I rolled
That's
out of my
very funny.
week. That's
that
the
was
one-
very funny. Though you just pull out a hammer and you got like a little. You're like, what the fuck? Son of a bitch. He's a sneak thief liar. Creeping in the night, stealing my weed. But yeah, no, this poor fellow. It was like his third class or fourth class.
dude, I was just gonna say, it was like his third or fourth class.
But
Yes,
you know
he
what?
was new.
The thing is that you know what? Like I'll say for my personal experiences, when you get in there, you just want to be aggressive and you want to fight and you want to show you're a man and you're dominant.
Well-
and then it's taken me multiple classes to learn that that's not the way to go, man. Low
Yeah.
and slow.
Like
You know
the
what I
Beastie
mean?
Boys,
Yeah.
slow and low.
That is the tempo.
And
That's
you
it.
know,
I mean-
and try to learn.
There's a handful of guys that know what they're doing in there,
Yeah.
and then when you come there, you're new. You want to, you
It's
don't
like
want to let people
machismo
down.
shit.
Yeah,
which
exactly.
It's completely what we're totally.
you want to
not-
get, you want to get respect though. You
I
know?
mean,
Nobody wants their machismo fucking fucked with.
Well, not even that. It's just that you come in, you don't know who we are. But I mean, I think we do
Yeah.
create a good environment because we joke around a lot.
and you did a spinning back kick.
That
to
was awesome.
Larry's
Great.
ribs and sent him to the wall. Yeah,
And Sonny
Fucking
pointed
prick.
that out yesterday too. He's like, I'm gonna say it again. He's like, of all the people in the world that I thought I would never be able to, and I'm like, I just gave him my toes. I didn't even give him a kick.
you know. Well, it was a love
Dude.
tap.
Yeah, that's what it was.
I think my ribs are broke.
From my toes.
I'm not
That's how
even
powerful
kidding.
I am.
Yeah.
I've hurt two people in one day.
All of a sudden,
took one out.
I didn't even
Yeah, but
see
here's
it
the
happen.
thing: I'll never fucking puss out.
No, you won't at all. But,
I'll
but he had
come
a
to
torn
I'll
bicep.
come to class with a broken fucking
I mean,
leg.
this guy's bicep was literally balled up in the. He's trying to do push-ups. I'm like, what are you doing, man?
Was he?
Yeah. I'm like, just sit down, and relax.
All
And
right,
then,
well, he's got balls though.
and then well, yeah, but that doesn't pay the bills.
No,
You know
well,
what I mean?
dude,
Balls don't pay the bill. People need the
torn
bills.
muscles. He's gonna be out for a few months.
Dude, what about work? Works in construction.
Dude is probably our age.
Man, this guy's.
Well-
he's like, I went to class. And
Well, no, if he's smart, he'd go to work in the morning, but just start
Oh, yeah.
screwing. Oh,
Get your
fuck!
hand caught in the door.
Unless you're
Well,
the
no,
o-
start screwing a screwdriver. Oh, my bicep, and then what do you get?
Yeah, you can't really do
But
nothing.
the other thing is, he might be the owner of the
Like kind of
company, and
bored.
then what? You know.
Yeah, but once you collect workman's comp, then you're on the list. We're going through that right now with the dude I work with.
He's a
when it was
workman
winter-
comp expert.
What's that?
He's a workman comp
dude.
fucking.
No, I'm going to tell you what happened.
Digger?
So the dude I work with was he's a real papatui, if you know what I mean.
A ratatouille.
What did they say maroon?
Bugs Bunny.
A Notre Maroon.
He's a real maroon.
He's a real Notre Maroon.
Do
you like that one?
I do. That's why I used it.
Yeah,
but
that was good.
the dude that I was working with during the winter, we were working at this job site, and there was a parking lot, and he gets out of his car, and this kid, I mean, he was half retarded already as it was, and he slips and hits his head. And,
So now he's fully retarded.
yeah, well, I don't know. He hasn't been at work. He's trying to claim workman's comp. But the problem is he had multiple concussions before this. And once you file workman's comp, now that's a stain on your work record.
Yes.
No one's going to want to hire you anymore.
Everyone knows you're a crybaby. You'll
Well,
go
it's not
home
even
for a hangnail. They
It's not even a
think.
crybaby if something else happens to you. Now
Well, then
you
they
know what I
start-
mean?
you get
take
a
that-
record, yeah.
Yeah, you take
Well,
that
yeah, they know
liability on.
they know you're apt to sue or fucking
he's not
collect. Well, you know what I mean.
No, I know, but I'm just
motherfucker.
saying. But I understand.
I know you're not suing the
but
boss.
what it boils down to, this goes to him working though, not even. You know what I mean? Like the kid doesn't realize, and now he's being coached by somebody because he's so the kid's retarded.
Inept.
Yeah.
Not even inept. Inept is he would come to work one day and completely forget. 5 years the kid worked for us. Couldn't you come in one day and you'd forget how to do everything? It was like Memento. You ever see that movie?
No.
Oh man, I don't want to go into it right now. I'm not in the mood.
Yeah,
But-
I can't stand people like that.
Well, no, the problem
That's like
is,
my brother.
Dude, this generation is crazy. Like the kid he's like, okay, so I was talking to somebody about personal injury and shit. They're like, okay, you get $50,000 for a finger, depending on which one it is and which hand it's on, which one's more prevalent for
Right.
writing and shit like that. Sorry, Larry.
50K actually sounds like a leg or arm.
Well, I'm
but
just
like-
saying.
But I know in general, you're
they're
saying.
looking at
You can
loss
know
of
certain
work
numbers
and,
for
yeah,
certain
and
things,
then like that's take home 50K after 33% that you give to Finkelstein or Schmulestein or whatever, whatever corporation's gonna help you out.
Larry Sheckelstein and brothers.
Oh man, and
Sheckelstein.
yeah, so there's like, but with a head injury, you can't really, you have
And
to really
sons.
have like cognitive problems,
Oh,
like
yeah.
reading, writing, driving. So he's like pretending. I mean,
He's
I'm not
fucked
gonna say
up.
he's pretending.
And he already had all those issues.
Yeah, he's told us that's why he's one of those guys that just he'll forget his own name if you left him alone long enough. But
That's not good.
no, so I kind of know, but it's crazy. This kid now, it's like, how much money are you gonna get for a head injury nowadays? $1 million if you're lucky. Now you got to pay you get $777,000.
But here's the thing, man. You're fucked up then, and you get 666,000,
He's not getting
not
that kind of money, though. There's no
777.
way. Would he get that kind of
Lawyers take 1/3, man. That only leaves
Yeah,
you with-
33%. So it's like 700 or 600
no,
and something like that, yeah.
666%.
Something like that.
Oddly enough.
Yeah. So
Well,
that
but wait,
comes full circle.
you're not getting $1 million. for a
66.
head
I'm just
injury.
saying,
You're
if you
getting
did,
66%.
Yeah.
But if you did,
And then Uncle Sam's
yeah,
gotta get
then
their
then
cut.
you got taxes, and then you got all, and the thing is, you're paying out of your pocket too. I don't know why we're getting into talk like this. All right, so
It's fucking boring.
Yeah,
It really-
I remember breaking my collarbone snowboarding, and I got 8 weeks off paid.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I mean, I don't know if it was workman comp.
But
I
you're a
don't remember.
right,
Polish
so-
guy. You went to work with a broken bone and then pretend you did it at work, right?
well, I mean that's how anybody does it if they're smart. You don't got to be a Pol. You got to be a real Polak if you don't do that.
Right.
And
But, most people, like if you're Oriental, Chinese, Japanese,
yeah, we know
whatever,
what you mean by
you'll
Oriental,
fucking
Larry. I mean, you kind of summarized it with that one word.
you'll fucking go to work you'll walk to work.
Oh,
on
look
a
at that pun. You'll walk to work.
on a broken leg.
Well, no, hey, do you remember that?
Seriously.
I don't. You probably don't remember it because you weren't there. But after they dropped a nuclear bomb on him,
Hiroshima.
Yeah, the guy
Nagasaki?
went to work the next day. He showed up for work.
Where is everyone?
Yeah. Well, it just
I don't-
that's the mentality they have.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
They're hard workers,
imagine
man.
you're just walking through and you could see the ocean. There's no more tops of
Yeah,
buildings, and
nothing,
this guy's
yeah.
walking to work. Like, okay, bud. They actually they just sold a watch. Did we look that up?
Yes, we
the
did.
one about the one from Hiroshima that
what
somebody
was
was
it?
wearing.
1.6 million. It was
Something
at a
like
guitar
that.
I saw.
And it was crazy. No, it was like 1.3, but
It was melted from the Hiroshima blast, and it was like a
but it
Timex
shaded.
wand.
Oh,
It
wow.
shaded from the blast, so half of it was black.
Yeah.
Like, it was
Oh,
crazy.
It was really
how
cool
yeah.
looking, and the fucking glass was all melted and fucking rehardened in a
really
weird
cool.
shape and
Wow.
shit. Yeah. It
Oh
was
yeah,
cool.
so they make that. What's that glass called?
Pyrex?
It's called
It's only you can only find it after an atomic blast.
Oh,
like that-
yeah.
okay, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Trinitite.
Trinitite.
Trinitype?
Yeah,
That's pretty cool.
Tight.
Trinitite.
Trinitype
My buddy
bombs.
actually used to have some sitting in by his front door because he worked at was it New Mexico White Sands?
Oh,
where they did
Los
the
Alamos.
first-
There's
yeah.
like Los
find it
Alamos
there,
over
Yeah,
yes.
he picked it up.
I don't know if you want
And you know where
carry
else
that
they
shit
find
around.
it?
Yeah,
I mean,
it was in his front door every day.
There
yeah.
you go.
They also find it in Middle East too,
Yeah.
and they say back in the day there was some nuclear blast
Well, the
that
wars,
went down there.
the Sky War, the God Wars.
But here's the
man, here we
thing,
go.
man. That might have happened, but the thing that it was a misconception, and it was probably an extermination of the people that like what they're going to do to us now coming up.
Oh yeah, right.
And it was a lot
Or timelines
more
are really
recent.
different.
It was a lot more recent than what they're telling us. It was a lot more recent.
Earth
Like
isn't as
instead of
old as they
thousands
say
of
it
years
is,
ago, it was only
what you're
hundreds
trying-
of
yeah.
years ago.
Well, and,
And they
also,
just keep wiping us out
they're-
over and over. George Washington, 1776, all that shit's a fucking cover story.
for what?
So it's all a big fucking lie, man. That is when they did the big reset last time. Was around 1770, 1773, somewhere like that. And
But why would they want to reset though?
to wipe the people out so there's more room for the next fucking bunch of assholes, I guess. I don't know why.
Oh, I'm just wondering.
I don't know why they would do something
I understand
like this.
why they want to do. They want to decrease. They want to decrease population. And then they
But,
want,
yeah, they want to decrease
and then
population.
they instill more government.
But
and
they
then
act
so
like, we found this stuff and oh God, look, they had nuclear war thousands of years ago. No, it was recent. It was recent, and you're acting like it was a long time ago because it would be too gruesome if they told us the truth of how they fucking exterminated everybody and put them, in the catacombs and places like that, like in France. You ever see those bones they got stacked?
Yeah,
Where the
underground,
fuck
just
did they come
Just
from?
like the Vatican.
They'll tell you some story like the cemeteries were busting at the fucking seams. Come on, man. The people were already buried. How is the cemetery busting at the seams? It's not going to get any more full than it already fucking is. And they made this story up that they had to dig these bodies out of the cemeteries and put them in these catacombs. It's all a big lie.
There's a lot of
It's a
bodies
lot
in
of
those
bullshit.
catacombs,
Yeah,
There's
man.
A lot of bodies.
Tunnels
You-
connect
well,
everything.
you
Think
can go
about
on
it. You think
tours
the
of
Jews
those
are the
things.
first
Yes.
ones to do it? What's that? Oh yeah,
You
you
can
can
go
go
on
see tours
tunnels.
and shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, I mean you can go on like underground tours,
But it
like,
goes
that
for
aren't sanctioned.
miles
yeah.
and
Yeah, okay,
miles.
so
Like,
imagine
it's
the ones you can't go
crazy.
on tours.
Yes.
Ones that run all around the Vatican. You
Yeah.
know, end up at every.
Well, no,
kitty
that's what I'm saying.
care
Those are
and
the ones you can
playground.
You can hire like the what do you call them? The underworld walkers. They'll
Like the
take
rat
you.
people?
Yeah, they'll take you on a
Sewer people?
tour because they all like hang out down there.
So I was going out with this one crazy chick back in the day, this girl Danielle, and I shouldn't fucking say her name, but I did. And
Yeah, you should have thought about that before. You said
And,
that, but that's okay, Larry. She's
we were
thinking I
we
didn't
were
say her
riding
last
our
name.
bikes. We used to live at Rats together years and years ago, and we were riding our bikes around like fucking 3 all night. We were high on something or other, and then it's like morning time, and we're riding around, and we're by like this old church. And I get off the bike and I show her and I go, look, here's where the nuns buried their abortion. And she gets all freaked out and scared. Oh my God. And I'm just like, no, I'm just kidding. Relax. Because she was really getting scared. And because she was a little crazy too to begin with. And fucking, Yeah.
You don't.
That was
Yeah,
that.
that- I mean,
that's
that-
the end
I
of
mean-
that story.
Grade A story, Larry. Thanks for sharing it with the group.
That's funny though. I thought it was funny.
All right, Vernon Wayne Howell. Anybody know who that is?
No.
Heard of it?
Oh.
Heard of him?
Vernon Wayne Howell.
Vernon Wayne.
Yeah.
Howell.
That's David
Thurston
Koresh.
Howell's-
That's Koresh.
Yes, it is.
David Koresh.
There we go.
Come on,
We did a
man.
two-banger today, but obviously,
One of my
shout out to
homeboys,
Koresh.
Koresh.
And
Love
well,
you,
he
brother.
was a sick-ass guitar player.
Fuck yeah, dude.
I showed you his guitars before.
Yeah.
He's fucking. I'll show you him, Kiki, when we get
Me
done.
Me and
Slade
Koresh
on
got a
Windows.
lot in
He
common.
slayed puss.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
Played on the guitar.
Yeah,
Yeah.
This guy was a real Kingsman, if you know
he
what
was,
I mean.
man.
And he had the luscious locks.
He
yeah.
did. He was a handsome devil for a cult leader, or whatever you want to call them.
Yeah.
For a dude named Vernon Wade, fucking.
Yeah, we're not, you know
Thurston
what?
Wayne.
We only have an hour.
Vernon.
I apologize. We're not going to go too deep into this, but we like to. This is the beginning of.
I got some stories too. If we want to continue what I did
government.
last week,
Well, yeah, but I'm in the middle of doing something.
Do it then.
So
Mine's
I don't know
short.
I mean,
Go ahead.
You just wanted me to stop right now.
no motherfucker.
Okay,
go.
well that's what it sounded like. You sounded.
You know what you're saying.
I'm gonna fucking kick you in the chest. All right, so. So basically, the Waco siege, or known to the feds as the Waco massacre.
Yes.
That's what they
And
call
that's
it.
what it was.
In between text messages and all of this other thing. So it was 31 years ago today.
Which they didn't text message back then. but
What's that?
maybe they did, but we didn't.
Well, the messages they were sending
Yes,
back and forth.
Telegrams and shit.
I don't know telegrams, but okay. Jesus, man. All right, so they were called the Branch Davidians. They were suspected of stockpiling weapons, making machine guns, and Koresh was a pedo, they were saying.
Yes, but you know that Koresh did not start this religion.
No,
it was
started-
already going.
Yeah, there was.
That's why he took the name David. Mm-hmm. And I forgot what Koresh meant. It was some
They were
deep
the original
meaning.
Branch Davidians, but it was like the Book of David or something
Yeah.
that he was trying to release. I think it was.
See, I don't know anything about this. This
Oh,
is
man,
good
he's a
information.
cool
Man, I wish
guy.
I would. Shit, I should have done all. Damn it. Okay, so basically, what happens is that the Branch Davidians owned like a online, or like they owned a guns place, like they own a gun shop, let's say.
Which is legal.
Yeah, which is completely legal.
Especially
And-
there in Texas.
Yeah, I
yeah.
mean that was so.
They sell fucking ammo at Walgreens there and shit, you know?
I don't know about that.
Well, they did.
but I don't know about that either. But
I've been to places like that.
Now
You
you're just
have
making
out
shit
there
up,
in the
but
West.
that's
Man, they
Walmart,
sell
like
fucking-
Walmart.
Yeah, dude,
Yeah.
Walmart,
fucking-
not Walgreens.
Dude, I walked in a little mom and pop shop in fucking Glenwood Springs, Colorado, and bought boxes of fucking.
Well, that's completely a different state, first of all.
Well, I'm just saying, there's places like that.
You
You can
meant
just
to say
walk into
Walmart.
any
Yes,
drugstore
Larry,
and
there's
fucking.
places where you can go get a pizza and have sex with a child in the basement. But I mean, I'm not denying that. Jesus, this guy. There's a shop that sells ammo and food. In America? You're kidding.
No, dude, I'm just
Pitch me if
saying.
it's real.
Whatever. Okay. The people at home get the point.
Whatever.
Yeah,
Like
whatever.
the kids do due to the time. Whatever.
Whatever.
All right. So basically, these guys were ordering parts for firearms.
Yeah, because they're making firearms.
But what happened is, so a post office guy was getting all these deliveries, and he was like, you know
That's
what?
right, that's
He's like, I think these guys are doing something here.
But the cover story was that they saw a grenade roll out of one of the packages.
Well, no, wait. That's
Which is
wait a second.
Just
Well, no, that's not
rolls
the cover
out.
story.
Okay,
that
what?
eventually goes down the line. That's how they got the warrant to do that.
Yeah.
Okay, so now they started tampering with government mail.
Yeah, right.
Which is completely you need a
Illegal,
warrant to
of
do
course.
this stuff. Okay, so that's how they say it rolled out. That's how they got past getting a warrant to do all of this stuff. Okay, so this guy says, I'm receiving this stuff here, this is what's going on.
And they're like,
So-
this motherfucker's getting grenades sent to him and shit.
Yeah,
We
well,
better surround his
And they
ass.
were ordering like gunpowder and all
Yes.
the materials needed to complete this. Okay?
But dude, I've ordered gunpowder to my house.
yeah, if you're pressing bullets, then
You're
you're
on a
going to need
list.
it. So it doesn't.
Exactly.
But
I
if
probably
you,
am, yeah.
the thing is with any what do you call it? Any acronym of
You're number one on my list, so
injustice.
buddy.
Yeah, I bet.
I love you,
And,
man.
Love you too, buddy.
But it's some sort of injustice. Yeah, fuck you. It's all right. But some sort of like
Choke on the needles.
you're still going. But you know what I mean? You have like grenades, you have gunpowder, you have all these. So these
Yes.
three things.
Well,
the government
grenades
can
aren't
just
really
be-
legal.
Well, but if they were empty, they weren't.
Oh,
They weren't
ready to go
functioning
yet.
grenades.
all right.
Okay, but they were also ordering
Because they were
gunpowder.
manufacturing shit.
Yeah.
What's that?
Because they were manufacturing
yeah.
shit.
Well, but at the same
You know,
time,
you
like you
don't-
said, if they're pressing
right,
bullets,
yes.
Yeah.
or
If you're
some
gonna
guy
load
might,
up a grenade with
he
your
might be a
own
middleman.
personal-
Some guy might be a middleman.
Maybe
to buy
they
this
want to
stuff.
load the grenades with the shrapnel, be like all crosses and shit.
But I
'cause
don't
it's
even
a
think-
religious fucking.
But even
grenade.
selling grenades, I don't
you
think
know,
that's
you
legal.
can load your own shrapnel, and maybe they wanted to put religious trinkets in there as the shrapnel, so the people knew when the
Yeah,
shit
crosses.
blew up. Yes,
Yeah, I know what he
that's
means. That's why I'm just looking
He's
at him.
looking at me like I'm fucking crazy.
No, I'm
man.
not looking
But wait
at
a
you
minute,
like I'm letting you finish your thought.
I don't think you can't buy grenades though.
No,
Or could- even back
I don't
then,
think
I don't
you
think you
can.
could.
I don't
not
think
live
you can.
grenades. You might be able to buy the housing or the shell for them.
Yeah, but it's
And then you might have
back
to
in the
put
day.
together everything, the firing pin assembly,
Yeah,
the
well, there's got-
armature.
Sounds
Yeah.
like a lot of work.
Yeah, but if you want to, you know what I mean? If somebody's coming to get you,
Yeah.
how much
Yeah.
work is it? And all the, you got all, I mean, Larry, they were just a bunch of sugar babies, basically. They all just worked and one, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Took care of each other.
Yeah.
So basically, that's what sort of put them on the watch, is that this postal guy complained about some things that were going,
Constant,
that they were
yeah,
ordering,
packages.
you know, guns, and they had a gun shop, but there were also gun shops that were connected with the feds were watching these other gun shops too.
They were,
because
huh?
they were making sure that they weren't making automatic weapons, or they weren't
Yeah.
because they were getting like what is that called, like the for M16s and like AR-15s, the upper stock. And then they were, you know, they're getting like
Sure,
these
getting the
conversion
parts.
kits.
Yeah.
That if you knew how to do things, you could do
Do
things.
it, yeah.
You know what I mean?
And that puts you
Right.
on the watch list
So-
for sure.
And then also, what they did was to get all multiple agencies.
Motherfucker
And-
invented the ghost gun.
Well, no, that's 3D
I know,
printing,
I
but,
know, man.
what do you call it? So what they did was they also said that he was assaulting children. So then that gets another agency in, and then they were saying that what do you call it? Oh shit. What the hell? Oh, he had a meth lab. They were saying he was running a meth lab, and they were flying planes at high altitudes looking for heat signatures. And they were like, "Yes, he has 2 spots that might be consistent with running a meth lab,
Or
So
having
that-
having lights on.
Yeah, but yeah,
Right.
exactly.
Or
But
someone's
that-
in the kitchen
but
making a
that's-
burrito.
That was like
Yeah.
this. So they got this like tri-agency warrant.
Yeah.
And then
Sure.
they received all this special equipment and all this stuff. So it's all just a ruse, man. These guys were doing nothing. You know what I mean? Like bothering.
Just because this guy
nobody.
was able to talk these dudes into letting him bang their wives.
Yeah,
doesn't
that's
mean
what it
they
was.
should
The men
fucking
were
kill 'em.
celibate. Yeah,
Yeah.
the women were his. Basically, I don't know about the children.
That's how my religion would go too.
I
if
saw
I
a lot
had
of
one.
refuting claims that he didn't
No,
touch
just
children. Other people said he did
Well-
touch children, but then you come to find out that they were paid money to do these.
Well, here's the
interviews.
thing. Yeah, one way if you want to get the public against somebody, you to say they're
Pedophilia.
touching.
Actually, no, not. What are you talking about?
Not even.
Nowadays,
You know what
no.
they're doing
We
right
just
now?
talked about that.
They're
in
fighting right now in Congress or somewhere or another. I
California.
wish my wife was here. California.
We just
to
went over this.
lower the fucking.
No, it's not lowered. So what it is at right now, they were trying to raise it. So it's at if you get a child 16 to 17 years old in California, you could spend 2 days in jail and a maximum of $10,000 fine. They were trying to get it raised to 4 years, and they said no.
They shot it down.
Right.
4 years,
Yeah,
and
but
they
They're
said
also
no.
they're also
Yeah,
have
what
another.
hell,
There's
man?
another thing also going on, dude, where they're trying to lower the age of consent. Where you,
That's not going to happen in the United States. That's
but
federal shit.
they
That's
are
going to the
trying it.
Supreme
These
Court.
fucking perverts are
Dude,
trying
listen,
it.
they don't need to try right now with Biden letting all these kids in from the border that are unaccounted for. I mean, it's like a field day. It's like a
Yeah, but
Toys
what
R
if you
Us,
want
Kids
some
R Us
fucking
right
white
now.
kids?
Yeah.
What's that?
What if you want white kids?
Well, Larry, if you know what I mean,
I'm just saying, you know, you
Okay,
could get
well,
a
you
bunch
can answer
of
your own
fucking.
question, I'm
you
sure.
could get a bunch of fucking
you can call
foreigners
John
and
Podesta
shit.
and find out.
So that's what's freaky, man.
What's that?
That's fucking fucked up.
It's crazy
I
that
just don't understand the kid stuff, man.
It's
Well,
terrible. But here's the thing.
I do
You
understand
said,
it.
You say that and it will alarm all the bells, but these days, it doesn't alarm the bells that it should.
That's what's
it
like.
should be like
that's
these
what's
motherfuckers
disturbing.
get pounced on immediately, and they just keep letting shit slide,
Well,
letting
Louisiana
shit
just
slide.
signed
How
up-
about Hunter's fucking laptop with the picture? You know, there's
Yeah.
pictures of him
Oh, and-
with a lot of questionable fucking
Age
looking.
women.
Yeah.
Dude, growing up, that's just one thing. Like you don't.
Not
mess
even
with kids.
questionable. These people are nowhere near.
I mean,
they
even
might
the-
not even be double digits. Some of these fucking people.
Even
on
the
this
prisons
video.
Allegedly.
have like certain rules. Like you don't.
Yeah,
they-
you know the prisons.
don't diddle
pedos.
kids, man.
Yeah, you don't diddle kids.
They don't give a
man.
shit who you are. Like it's like,
And that's how we feel on the show. You know what? Every pedophile can die of lead poisoning.
yeah.
That's what they should. You know what I mean? They should get them right away.
Oh.
You find out, and they're just letting them go. Oh man, I would like to talk about this.
My
It's so
grandpa
sad.
died of lead poisoning.
So, what do you call it? In Boston, there was this camera crew that went along with like the U.S. Marshals, and they arrested 4 guys before noon that were accused of raping children.
On the border patrol.
No, in Boston.
Oh, in Boston.
In Boston.
Okay.
And the guy's like, this is what it's like every day.
Oh yeah,
He's
yeah.
like,
I
"We
saw
don't-"
that shit.
He's like, you
I
don't
saw that
understand how many
shit. These
calls we
motherfuckers
get."
are sick.
And they keep on releasing them.
See, I couldn't do that job because eventually I would just.
You wanna kill
I'd
these
well, that's the thing.
motherfuckers.
I'd be
that's the
snapping
thing.
necks.
Well, the problem
man.
Yes.
is that like that Sound of Freedom when the guy had to watch that shit,
yeah, right.
man.
And then you can't do anything about it.
Yeah, and well,
Like, are
no,
you
that,
kidding
that
me?
shit
You gotta
haunts
wait
you.
before you do something about it,
Yeah.
bro. You gotta fucking
Like, your
sit there and act like it's
Constitution-
cool at
Yeah,
first. It's
oh
kind
my
of brutal.
God.
Dude, you don't know how that affects like it will affect your brain different than his brain than my brain.
Yeah.
Like that shit sends people
I mean,
over the edge.
I understand, like in that movie where the guy had to sit through that stuff, but he knew he was basically going to kill that guy.
Yes.
It's like, okay, I can.
There's
I'll,
going
that's
to be
an
a
end
payoff
game.
because
Yeah,
this
it's like, I
fucker's
can- I can
done and
handle
this
this right
kid will
now.
be
Even though
saved.
multiple, I mean,
I'll live with this scumbag right now because I know I'm going to put a knife to his
odds
throat.
that guy actually got to do that are like 1 in a billion. You know what I
Well,
mean?
that's
Like
that's the sad truth.
it's
You know?
No, he took down motherfuckers.
no. I'm just saying that he actually got to kill one guy
because he did it on his own.
Yeah.
fruition. Yeah, exactly.
He wasn't affiliated
He
with
wasn't.
any
Yeah,
agencies.
he had to give up his pension, everything.
Yeah,
Like,
they
which
totally
is-
disowned him after that.
Yeah,
But,
it was
okay,
like-
so then
yeah.
let's get back.
Yeah, right.
So then they wanted to do a daylight raid on the Branch Davidians ranch. And what happened was a local reporter asked a postal guy.
You guys were fucking teenagers when this happened.
Yeah, I wasn't even out of high school.
Oh, yeah,
yet.
I remember
wow.
watching.
Yeah, no,
this.
I remember.
I
it
was
on
already
TV.
an adult.
So the postal worker tipped off the Davidians that they were coming. So
Oh wait, the postal worker talked with a
a
reporter.
reporter asked them where the ranch was.
Yes.
And then what they were, you know what I mean? It's this guy Blabbermouth.
Yeah.
Doesn't
Blabbermouth
think he's-
McGee.
And just thinks that he's just a regular guy. Come to find out that
He's telling
in
the
cahoots.
feds.
Well, he's in cahoots with the Branch Davidians.
Yes, he
So,
worked.
you know what I
He
mean?
actually, the postman was a Branch Davidian.
Yeah, he was in cahoots.
He gave him
with
a
them,
heads
yeah.
up and said they're coming for
Oh,
us.
this is
yeah.
a different postman.
Yeah, this isn't the.
This is the
different
postman
one.
Yeah, yeah.
in Waco, Texas.
Yeah, the one. So
yeah.
UPS
Yeah, yeah.
driver might have been the other guy dropping the
Yes.
stuff
Oh,
off.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
you know,
all right,
or-
yeah.
That's
I
it
gotcha.
really didn't distinguish that, or else
Yeah.
I would have said that.
All right.
But here's
But yeah, it
the
was a
thing:
delivery
just
guy.
because
Okay.
your postman works in your neighborhood, it doesn't mean that someone at the post office didn't
Man, we
say,
can do
"Look
more
in this
postal
fucking
talk right
shit."
now.
Dude, I'm gonna go.
I mean, this is more boring than other shit. This fucking
But,
guy.
oh, yeah, so-
Postmaster Larry over here.
So they knew
The postman
Yeah, so
always
he tipped
rings
them off that they
twice.
were coming. So what would you do if you heard out that the feds are coming, and you live in a compound
Man,
and
I'd
heavily
shit.
armed?
I'd shit. I'd fucking.
Well,
I will
freak
arm
out.
myself to the
Well,
teeth.
there's two things you do.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
either arm
I'd
yourself
sit
to
in
the
the
teeth,
fucking corner with my
or
back to the wall shooting.
if like we don't have time to get rid of everything and hide everything, we're arming ourselves.
Dude, they had turrets and I mean, they had lookout places where they were
Yeah.
going. All right, so basically, you know, they were fully armed, prepared.
So they're
I mean-
like Scientology. They have lookouts and stuff. I mean,
well, yeah, but
Scientology was a lot
But I
heavier
mean, these guys
guarded.
were just in a compound.
Yeah.
They had
No,
nothing
I
else
know, it
better
was
to
like-
do.
yeah.
But especially when someone tips them off.
It wasn't as crazy as
So,
Scientology.
I mean,
Yeah.
think about that. Somebody
Speaking of compounds, try Tom's new compounds. Available at Tom's Free Clinic.
So these guys, so they're going to arrest them on gun charges. They might have machine guns that they think that they're building,
Right.
and they go full bore.
Yeah.
Into
Well, here's
this
the thing,
place.
because they know that
Oh,
they
yeah.
don't, and they know that it's bullshit. They just
No.
want this fucking guy.
That-
they just
that
want
goes a
this
little further from the
motherfucker.
truth. They did alter these guns to, to do what they needed.
Well, did
to
you ever
do.
see
Here's the
Or
thing,
this
though.
to
Did you
fight
ever see the
government.
FLIR footage of that? The fucking the guy and the guy that invented the FLIR film. This is the film that could see heat.
Yeah, thermal.
Oh, thermal.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
The guy that invented the film dissected the films from Waco from the David Koresh deal, and he's saying the bullets are traveling into the fucking building. There's none coming out.
Yeah.
None coming out. These people were waving a white flag
Yeah,
in the
no,
federal.
we'll
like,
get into
fuck
that.
It. Let's
Oh
have
yeah,
it.
well, we'll get into that,
Did you
thanks,
see?
but yeah,
Did you see the footage?
Yeah. So then basically, Turns into an intense gunfight, which would you think that's going to ensue when you're coming up on these guys? Did you see the equipment that they had? They had like SWAT team equipment.
Oh,
and
yeah.
heavily armored equipment. Okay. So 4 ATF agents and 6 Davidians were dead after the initial gunfight.
4 ATFs?
Yeah. And then 6 Davidians. So this went on for a couple of days. There wasn't too much movement between them. They tried to work things out.
Big standoff.
They actually have,
Yeah.
there's a Netflix documentary where they show the actual calls.
Are you kidding? I seen it. Huh? That's one thing I did see.
Yeah, where they have calls.
I don't see all the other bullshit, but I did see that.
Grandpa over here.
Fuck off, bitch.
Fuck it. So, basically, so 51 days
Choke
go
on
by,
it.
nothing can come of it, and they launch a tear gas attack. The FBI does. So now, the FBI is taken over from the ATF. So now there's a huge,
now it's their turn.
Yeah, so now it's the fucking FBI's chance to come in and prove themselves. So they throw tear gas in, and
And
Basic-
they know that there's no tear gas masks for the children.
well, yeah, that's the whole
Yeah.
point. They thought that they were going to come out. Okay, so here's the problem though.
The
is that
adults don't care. They got masks. Fuck it. The kids could suffer.
the kids,
Well, the kids probably went in
nobody
a
had
basement or
masks.
something.
Yeah,
There was no basement.
No basement
There was
there?
no,
basement.
but nobody had masks.
No, I know. I'm kidding,
Okay.
Mike. It's a fucking joke.
I don't know what the hell you're talking about. Sometimes I think you're talking about something else sometimes. And so then basically, 76 Branch Davidians and 25 kids were killed
Oh,
from that fire.
so 101 basically
Yes.
people.
Dude,
25 were children?
They had this
Holy
weapon.
cow.
They had this weapon.
I didn't know
man.
that. I didn't know that
they were
many people
able
were
to
killed.
shoot. And this, they said, a couple of survivors said this light ball came in one window and went across the fucking thing. Now, before they shot these weapons in, they shot some other powder in there that just was powder that looked like it did nothing. But when they shot these fireballs in that fucking place, went
Ignited
up-
it.
yeah,
All right,
man.
so
it
wait a
was
second.
special
You're gonna go with the
compound.
laser.
Sounds like almost
okay?
like a
I mean,
phosphorus.
they-
It was a
bomb or something.
phosphor type thing with a fireball shot
Yeah.
in. They said they had these guns that could shoot actual fireballs. The FBI.
I
or
didn't
whatever.
see that. I've watched the video. I watched the whole video.
Dude, you got to
today.
get into the fireball concept theory.
It's not a fireball concept. I'll tell you what.
Sounds
I'll
like
tell
white
you-
phosphorus or something.
No,
That
there
sounds
was no
like-
white
was it?
phosphorus because you would have
Needles?
seen it on TV if there was white phosphorus. They have video of the whole thing
Yeah, that's
from
what they
beginning to
watch.
end.
Yeah, but they're
There's
going to
no-
lie to our faces, too.
Larry,
We don't know what the
Larry,
fuck we're
Larry,
looking
listen,
at. The
a lot of
handful of
conspiracy
people that
theories,
do,
there's-
people be like, you're nuts. You're un-American.
What are you talking about? They threw tear gas in, started shooting at
Just
them.
'cause they're
and
showing it on
you're
TV.
throwing me off here, kiddo.
Go ahead.
I mean, you and your
Tear
direct
gas.
energy
Okay.
weapon and shit.
Okay.
All right. Hey, Zeus y Cristo. So basically, the FBI says they didn't fire any live rounds when they threw the tear gas in.
Well, they loaded specific.
So now
guns.
getting back to what Larry said, when the guy watched the tape that there were just rounds going in and there wasn't rounds coming out. Okay, but FBI agents testified that they actually fired their service weapons, and they scrubbed that from any testimony
Really?
and got rid of all these guys that came out and
No
said it.
shit.
See, how
Yeah.
are they allowed to do that?
And then what?
They're
and then
powerful, bro.
The government also,
It's
dude. There were
scary.
3 agencies on site, and it was on TV.
Yeah.
You saw
Oh yeah,
them.
because news reporters they were there.
Well, yeah.
it was-
So,
everybody
dude,
was
you
there.
can watch
Everybody
the
was
whole
camped
thing.
out.
It's
Yeah.
like, yeah. I mean, literally, you can watch it, and it couldn't be altered.
Yeah.
I don't think it could be. It could be manipulated, maybe, but the
Well, they-
thing
yeah,
it
they can
shows
cut some things
them
out,
going
but-
in. They throw the tear gas, and then they shoot, ignites the tear gas, and then that's what causes the fire.
The best is, yeah, okay, keep going.
Well, the government says that when they were looking at thermal above, that the Branch Davidians dumped gasoline on piles of hay, and they had 3 separate heat signatures. That's in the actual document from the
Okay,
government.
now it's good to watch this thing that I saw with the guy that invented the film, the heat signature film, the actual inventor.
Yeah.
Because he does not work for the FBI. He doesn't work for the CIA.
third
and he's
party.
giving you, yes, and he's saying, man,
Well, yeah, I
these
believe
people
you,
got
Larry. Well,
fucking railroaded.
I know.
They
I
just got
mean-
torched.
Yeah.
I believe you. You just said it, sucker.
Hey, bitch.
Okay,
Dude, I'll
relax.
tell you what, that guy that created that FLIR, the thermal imaging, man,
Yeah.
that is some serious stuff.
It's cool shit.
So basically,
And how about the dude that was on top of the water tower that they gunned down in cold fucking blood. You got one there too.
Yeah, he brought one over for you.
Didn't even see it.
That's all right. So basically, in all, four ATF agents perished, and 82 Branch Davidians and 28 kids.
Yeah.
Which goes
They
to
let
show.
they did let a few kids out.
Yes, they did negotiate children for some things, but which goes to show you that the government
Does
on
not
TV
give a fuck.
will kill you.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
On TV.
and then try to blame it on you.
Yeah.
You know, come onto your property.
And at the end of the
and
day,
take your guns.
Well, at the end of the day, like, did they find anybody that they were selling these weapons to or anything?
No,
No, they never
So
did.
that's the thing. It's like,
They never did.
they would go to gun shows, and they were licensed.
But a lot of motherfuckers go to
No,
gun
they were
shows.
licensed. They
And
had
they're
their
in
own-
Texas.
But
Yeah.
they had their own shop. They had
But still,
credentials.
but
They
yeah.
had the proper paperwork.
All right.
yeah, every other block there's gun shops out there.
But they're also saying that he was involved in some MK Ultra thing with Project Monarch. But we can get into that in another time.
Hey, let me get to the... Are you finished with the David Koresh thing?
Yeah, that's fine, man.
Okay, back to the facts of the 1400s. Revisiting last week's Larry and Needles episode with Mark and Kiki.
oh, these are
I mean,
good. I like
man.
these.
Okay,
You're turning into
the
fucking
canopy.
Sleepy Joe.
Fuck off, motherfucker! You could really choke on it.
Oh, Sleepy Larry.
Anyways, bed posts with the canopy beds.
Yeah, yeah.
They're invented because of the thatch roofs that I was talking about. They all
talking
They all
about
had
thatch
thatch
roofs?
Wait, I didn't get to this, I guess.
Yeah,
okay.
Jesus,
So they all
man.
had thatch roofs back then. Even the rich, the poor, no matter who. Mm-hmm. So the rich people had these poster beds, and they would put a blanket over the top for a canopy bed because so many animals and bugs and shit lived in the thatch fucking roof that shit would come down at night.
Oh,
And so it would protect them from it.
That
That's why
sounds
the
like-
canopy bed was invented. And the fucking phrase cats
Interesting.
and dogs.
Well, wait. Let's slow down for a second. They have mosquito netting. Like that's
Well,
what they.
maybe now they
you know,
do,
Well,
but,
no, back
you know-
then
well,
they
this
were
was to
using-
protect from shit, though.
And,
no,
and,
not
and
shit,
actual
but-
bugs and
yeah,
animals
it was-
possibly falling out of the roof.
But I know,
And
I
they
understand
and
what
when
you're
there was a
getting at, yeah.
fucking hard storm,
I just thought it was. You know what? If
there
I,
was all kinds of animals
Listen,
up in there.
raining cats and dogs.
Raining cats
If I
and
walked into a
dogs,
child's
right?
room-
Shit.
and she had that bed. Oh, she liked the butt stuff.
You know,
I knew she was.
you're a sodomite.
downtown for Brown.
I-
What are you talking about?
I asked the Lord to forgive me for
You
all
asked
that
the Lord to
ass,
forgive you?
ass capades I had in the past.
Jesus squatted on your
Think
face.
you'll
and
never
gave
be a
you
big
No
forgiveness.
more
Nice.
fucking anal hijinks for me, man. I'm a fucking
with
non-sodomite. Okay, the people in the rich houses had slate floors, and the people in the poor houses that were poor had fucking dirt, right?
Yeah.
So when it would rain, they'd fucking spread thresh all over the fucking floors, you know, from the fields like straw and shit.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't be slippery, because it was slippery because they had these thatch roofs and the water's coming right in, you
yeah.
know? So eventually, after they put more, it would start getting beaten down, and they'd put more down, and the shit would be flowing out of the front door. So they would hammer down a fucking piece of wood in the fucking doorway, and that's the threshold. It holds
No
in the
shit.
fucking thresh. The fucking, you heard of a
'Cause it doesn't get
thresher like
washed
they
away.
use on a front?
Washed
Yes,
away, yeah.
yes.
Wow.
Yeah, man.
Dude, that's wild.
That's all my facts.
All
for
right, I got a
today.
good story for you.
Those were all cool as hell, though.
Yeah,
'Cause
the
it's-
threshold. Because you
Everything's
wonder why
still-
He
they
just
call
can't help his
still
autism.
used
That's
today.
what it is.
That's it.
He really can't help it.
Those were good, though. I'll give it to
Yeah,
them. Those
I
were
know.
good. I
Thank
like
you.
those.
All right.
Someone appreciates it. I know our listeners out there, all 10 of them, love that shit.
All right.
Dude,
so,
you have decent handwriting for a degenerate.
it's so bad. It's horrible.
Better
I
than
can
mine.
hardly
It looks
read
like
his
chicken
chicken
scratch.
You
scratch.
should see my. I start off
It
like
looks like my
nice.
manifesto.
But like after 2 words,
Yeah.
I'm like a doctor.
Yeah,
I'm
well,
like,
it looks
man,
like
what
a
did I
manifesto.
write?
And all it says is like, he's gay, Larry's gay.
Yeah.
There's really
It's got a
nothing.
picture of a butthole with a finger going in it.
Oh, man. Let's see. So, this guy named Fong Duck Lang. Fong Duck Lang.
He's not an Oriental, is he?
Yes, he is.
Where's
All
the
right.
gun?
So he was working. He was working at him an Oriental. He loves it. He was
Very
working at a
honorable.
vegetable oil factory.
Very honorable job. Very honorable.
Yeah, and he was reaching over to grab something out of the what is that called? You're off the rails. Oh, what do you call it? He was reaching in to get into the middle of the mixer. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he fell into the oil. Oh. Okay, but the thing is, it wasn't hot.
Oh.
Yeah, no, it wasn't
Thank
like
God.
it wasn't.
Still.
So he got out. They rescued him, and the guy's coming down the stairs, and he slipped, fell, and died.
Oh.
Because he was so slippery from the oil.
It was a slippery slope.
When I saw your eyes light up, I'm like, oh, what's coming? That's good.
That's good as fuck.
Oh, man.
So how about these fucking dumb fucks that are, I am Hamas, ba ba ba, ba ba ba. I hate Jews. I love fucking Palestine.
Death to America, let's start
Yeah,
with.
they're saying
and
death to
burning the
America.
American flag.
Yeah.
Let's start with those before anything.
And I'd like
Blocking
to say,
traffic, we're going to run you over.
if you're one of these people that does this and you're one of our listeners, you can fuck off right now.
Yeah, seriously.
Or just don't get in our way, because we're going to run
No.
your ass over.
Or come to our show and identify yourself when we have a
Yeah,
live
start
show.
protesting.
You could tell by the mental illness they wear like a perfume.
Dude, I like the Babylon Bee. That's Biden's new slogan, Death to America.
Oh,
Did you see that
in
one?
the Iranian gear.
Yeah.
Well, that's what he's doing slowly. I mean, it's a. Do we really have to talk out?
What are you
bad?
lighting that nasty motherfucker for? You try some of this shit, man. Put that out.
What do you call it? Shit, lost my train of thought. Thanks, Larry.
Yeah.
Biden?
Death to
Just how
America.
bad it is right now. Do you really? It's. I mean, everybody just talks about.
Oh, and here's another new thing that they have. These LGBTQ. I don't know if it's. I don't know if it's. Basically, regular gays and regular dykes. They're cool, man. They're not these fucking extremist, crazy motherfuckers.
So outgoing. They're like.
Yeah.
They're like 100 times gay.
But I saw this chick on something, and she was an obvious fucking overweight fucking
Blue hair.
homosexual that doesn't get any fucking puss, and she was pissed about it, and fucking
Mashing clams.
she doesn't. There's not another clam that wants to fucking mash with her, and fucking
Mashing hams.
yeah, and it's all she's
Even
mashing.
pickles go limp.
She's mashing hams and fucking ice cream and shit all day, and fucking
Yeah, 2 fists at a time.
2 fists
And
in it.
she's not a
In her
girlfriend,
mouth,
it's-
not her
it's
puss.
A bucket of
Yeah.
chicken.
Yes,
Yeah,
in her
it's
mouth. She's a big fan of KFC, shall we
Let me
say.
tell
And
you.
fucking, so she's saying,
We should
hey,
stop. You know what we should do? We should just go around and steal all the blue hair dye.
that's a great idea.
Whoever makes blue hair dye, stop.
No,
Yeah.
All right,
or
from
switch the
Lyrian
switch the
Needles.
bottles. All the blue hair dye. Put like
But
blonde
there's
or
Put nut
something.
in it. Nut in
That's a good
everybody.
idea.
So they all get facial.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I love it.
But this chick,
Oh my
note.
God. We just got like pallets of blue hair dye down.
she's
Gotta make the
saying,
donuts.
time to make the donuts right. They'll take us all fucking all day, every day, but whatever it takes, I'm in.
Yeah, okay, Larry. I don't want to
Fucking-
stand next to you.
Yeah.
Oh, we'll each get our own fucking.
yeah, now
do
you're
yours
wrong.
at
Now he
home,
says that.
dummy.
Yeah, he says that, and then he calls me a slur.
Anyways.
Down with the blue.
I didn't say any slurs. Anyways, this chick is saying if you point out the fact, because they're all pro-Palestine, and if you point out the fact that these Hamas guys would throw a fag from a roof or beat him to death or whatever,
Larry's next album.
then that's
Throw a
your-
bag from the roof.
yeah, then you are committing violence against them by pointing that out.
Dude, all his
When they're having their
all the
pro-Hamas
song names
chants.
are in the guy that's getting thrown up.
What's that?
all the
Wait.
song names are in the guy that's getting thrown up. I like that.
That is a good
Dude,
idea.
That's
So we
actually
were
a great
talking-
album cover.
We were talking about how they would make them build a wall
They
out
don't
of
make
block
sense.
and then push it on them.
Yeah.
I mean,
They don't
come
make
on,
any
man.
sense.
If that is not the funniest way to
That
die,
is great.
And they're like, "Hey, that mortar line ain't straight.
Yeah.
This wall ain't level. It's tilting backwards." Like, "Oh, sorry, bub. Nothing to see here."
Sorry, bub. I love that.
Fuck.
But they don't make any sense
Well,
whatsoever.
it's-
I don't know who takes them seriously.
It's like,
Yeah.
the thing is that there's somebody who started this. You know what I mean? Like this is like it just came out of nowhere.
well, no. Did you see? It's funded
it's
by
a
a
big-
Democratic group. Because
Well-
did you see? I mean, they all planned the bridge, the Golden Gate, the Bay Bridge, I-90.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
yeah.
they're funded by so
It
They're
couldn't have been
Well, no, I
more
forget-
synchronized and more
yeah, I forget-
perfect.
They pay people money to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Craigslist and give money to $20.
They
an
had
hour.
professional sides printed up, but I forget who actually
Yeah, everyone's got
funds
the
it.
matching, perfectly
Oh, yeah.
lettered sign.
Yeah, I forget who funded it. It's some group.
There's
some-
enough for everybody.
I
It's
forget
like
the name
someone
of 'em.
pays for that.
They're
man.
letting all
That's
these
expensive.
Muslims in, and they're like, "Hey, how about Sharia law? Just go and slap a lady. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Oh man.
You guys want to play Israel Hamas? We'll play it the right way. You know? You guys are lucky they. treat
I
you
already
like
have been
that.
practicing Sharia law.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
We should go to like Minnesota or Michigan, just put on all those things and just go around slapping people.
Oh
Let's gotta
man.
go there. Why
Start
can't we do
filming
it
it.
here?
Yeah.
I don't like
Well,
that.
you get
I
away
don't
with it in the
wanna
Muslim world.
You won't blend in.
Start
Trust
slapping
me.
women doesn't sound good.
We used to play in Hamtramck and we play in Detroit and stuff in Michigan, and obviously you guys know that where it's at. And man, the people coming out of those mosques at night after we'd be unloading from our gigs or partying in the street afterwards, we're hanging out with some
We
slutty
understand, we
chicks
got
and
it,
shit,
yeah.
and they're fucking looking at us like, you fucking assholes. Everywhere we would go, it's like,
Yeah, 'cause-
even when we were driving by in our van, even when you couldn't hardly tell it was a rock band anymore, they would all turn and look at us.
Yeah, because
and-
they're ready for
and
war.
I'm like, yeah, and it was like 2 a.m. and shit, and they'd be coming out of the mosque, and I'm like, damn,
Well, yeah, they
they're
were
fucking
finishing
doing it
their
at
praying.
2 a.m. and shit.
Well, they wake up to go pray and go back to bed.
There's
Yeah.
the one down the street from here. It's huge. It's got a women's entrance and a men's entrance. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Like, they don't fuck around, man. Those
Dude,
guys are ready to fucking...
I saw a video.
Religious fanatics are very, very...
Scary.
Well, yeah, scary, but they deceive you also. You know what I
yeah.
mean? Like, come on.
There was one Instagram video, some Middle Eastern country, but I don't know what the head guy is that reads the prayer every day.
Mullah
Yeah.
or something.
He fell asleep with the microphone on, so you hear him snoring.
through
the
the
people are
streets.
recording. They do,
That's actually funny.
yeah, it was like they're laughing. It was actually pretty funny.
Yeah.
They
Hot
take that
mics are
shit-
dangerous.
Well, they take the, look what that dude from who's the guy that got caught up, Robert Durst. He got caught with a hot mic. He went to take a piss and he muttered some stuff. And what's it called? I can't remember the name of the documentary, but he was caught on a live
Yeah.
mic or hot mic saying
What was he saying?
about how he murdered these people.
Oh, no shit.
yeah, like they were the Jinx. That's what it was called.
Yeah.
It's actually really good.
It is interesting.
Yeah, he went
documentary.
to jail after that.
Dude, I like the town hall meetings where the guy gets up to go to the bathroom and his mic's still hot.
Oh,
and he's
that was Naked Gun.
tearing his ass. No, but this is like real life
Yeah, but no, I'm
stuff.
saying
But yeah.
that's like initially
Say-
Naked
yeah.
Gun. Yeah, that's all I remember.
Yeah, I'd say, oh man.
They just say something racist,
And he'd come back
which is
to
always
sit
good.
down. Yeah,
Love it.
That is great.
These motherfuckers. Like, oh,
That's the one where they needed the old white lady to understand jive.
Airplane.
Oh, okay.
That's
That was
Airplane.
good. I speak giant.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I speak jive.
That's pretty funny too. They don't make movies like that anymore. That's actually funny stuff.
Oh, man.
Compared to now they're making what, Civil War?
No,
Okay,
because
do we
that's what's
really-
coming.
Yeah, do we really need to see
That's
this?
just predictive
I mean, come on.
programming.
I heard it's
there.
horrible.
Not even that. It's like, who the hell is during the whole production? It's like, yeah, why the hell are we making this movie? Granted, it's
Well,
for a
they know
paycheck.
why.
Well, it's for a paycheck, but it's like, why would you come up with this concept?
Because
right
the
now?
people in charge bullshit the underlings. Yeah,
They wanna
this
get
is
that-
just a hypothetical.
They want to get people thinking.
they get the narrative going, and then people get used to it.
Speaking of airplane, though, I like when the young kid goes into first class and he offers the girl. He's like, there was a seat there. And he's like, would you like some coffee? She's like, sure. Well, why don't you take a seat? He's like, how do you like your coffee? I like my coffee black. Didn't like the little girl. She's like, she said something like, I like how I like my men black or
God.
something.
You didn't even remember the line.
I know, I
You
messed it
totally
up.
butchered it. I mean, you see what I got to deal with here? I just pulled a Kiki.
I know, I just butchered it.
Yeah, I could tell.
Oh, yeah.
What time are we at?
Oh man, you know what time it is, motherfucker.
No, that's
48
why I'm asking.
minutes.
Is it 48?
Yeah. Can you see it
Is
from
it?
there?
No, I can't
I
see
was
it.
at 48:06. I'm like, damn,
Was it
this
really?
motherfucker's right.
Didn't
Like,
even have
right
my
on the
glasses
money.
on. Wow.
So then we might as well talk about a little
You
bit
need
about
those glasses to see far.
Not far, but I mean, I can't see the lettering there.
See, I can't see
Man, here we
anything
go,
without
old man
these
podcast
glasses.
again. Talk about the post office.
Yeah.
Talk
Yeah, I
about
got my-
glasses. Anything
Yeah,
else?
I was checking my prostate
look at these
the other
readers
day.
I got. Look, check them out. Oh my god.
Well, you know what sucks?
Moving on.
I was at Home Depot getting wire, and I had an old timer. He's like, hey, "Can you read that for me?" I'm like, "Oh man, I'm like you can probably see better than I can when he's got glasses." I'm like, he's like, "I can't see anything."
I can
This
still.
guy's driving too.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Oh, dude, this guy was 80, and then
Hey, dude, you need a driver?
He's like, dude, can you read that?
No.
Like, what the fuck?
that's what he said. He's like, "I'm legally blind." I'm like,
No,
"I'm
holy
an idiot."
shit.
Yeah.
Jesus, don't be telling people that.
And then he's,
You could be
he's
a cop.
asking me the numbers, and he writes. He's like, "Can you read this?"
Oh,
I'm like,
man.
How does he read the tape
It just
measure and
says
shit?
your day.
"Yeah, it may
Start
have, may
doing
as
that
well
to
say."
people.
I didn't know what he wrote down his paper, but I felt bad telling him I have no idea what that says,
Oh
buddy.
man, two of you idiots.
Yeah.
I mean,
so I had to
Jesus.
take pictures of the what I got to tell the girl at the front desk to charge me because, you know, we got wire cut. Because I was getting wire cut.
Yeah,
at
they
Home
write
Depot.
on the link, then they write the
Oh,
yeah.
but this guy, I don't know what this scribble was, but I felt bad. I'm like, oh, buddy. Yeah, it
One of
was
those
The
bad.
guy
Special
working
needs,
there couldn't write?
Well, he
then
was
by-
83 years old.
Oh, okay.
Oh, he was running the wire.
Oh, he was cutting the wire. Well, I had to reset the thing.
Why didn't you cut an extra
foot?
40 foot
Yeah,
of
well-
each leg?
Well, it was funny too. I'm like, right when he hit the number, I'm like, oh, you got it, and he spun it around. He's like, well, I like to get it around to this spot where I can tape it. I'm like, well, that's fine.
Man, just keep on reeling
But,
that off, Pops.
Yeah.
Let's go with the 3 ops. Let's start with. What's the biggest?
Well, no,
three
here's
op?
the thing, though. I could see where he wants to wind it one more time to make the fucking rap to tape it properly. I mean, shit.
Well, yeah, he's
what
old
does he
school.
care? It
He's
ain't
dumb,
his
but the guy
wire.
can't see.
Exactly.
Guy
He
can't
don't
see,
own
though.
the joint.
I don't know, but that's not the point. This guy's gonna get in a car and drive home.
Yeah,
Well, I
it's
know,
funny. He's
I
like,
understand.
well, yeah. He's like, I took a couple years off because I had to get both knees replaced. I'm
Oh,
like,
my-
ooh.
jeez, man.
Shit.
This guy's a fucking trooper, and he's still working.
Yeah.
that
Well,
makes
that's what I
actually
said.
sad. Actually,
Well, no, I'm like, well, good for him. He's like, I got to do something. He's like, I can't sit around.
that's true.
He's part of the generation
You
that
know,
built
it's-
this country.
Yeah,
it's like,
you know what's
what?
great?
I tip my hat to the guy. I was just shooting a shit with him just to keep him, you know.
It's
to be
like-
nice
yeah,
to him.
My dad,
Make sure it doesn't fall down.
my
again.
dad's 85, man, and he's fucking kicking still. And the great part about it is, you know, you always hear these stories. These guys work their whole lives, and then they retire, and then they fucking
Drop
die.
dead, yeah.
But the best part of it is my dad has always had such bullshit jobs that he's been lollygagging so much that.
man. No, way to talk about your.
Nah,
pops.
man, it's
Shout
great,
out
man.
Big
We
Joe.
always,
I
he
don't-
always fucking, we always had plenty of money and shit.
I'm not
just
talking
saying
about that. I mean,
I'm just saying he never did the kind of job where it was like it was his whole life. Where when he quit, he didn't know what the fuck to do.
Yeah,
He's-
he didn't lose
he
his
owned his
identity.
own
yeah,
companies.
he's excellent
He
at
owned
being
his
a
own
fucking
companies and
yes.
Well, no, he
He's
knew who he
excellent at
was.
being fucking
He was his
retired.
own boss.
Yeah, no, and that's good for him.
Yeah.
Because some people they stop doing their work, they lose their identity,
Yes.
and then they don't know what to do with themselves.
Exactly, and then
It's
you
like,
hear
no.
they died
Drinking,
6 months
drugging,
later.
and whores.
That's
That's
it.
what it's all about. If you live
That's
that
what my
long.
grandfather, I remember him telling me when I was a kid. He said, I wasted,
How many years working?
yeah, but he said, you know, I fucking spent 90% of my money on booze and whores.
I
And he
didn't
said, and then
expect
I
that, but okay.
wasted the other 10%.
Yeah, dude, that's one of my favorite news clips where the lady, like the Asian lady reporter in L.A., she's like, oh, so.
Oh, the dude that won the
Yeah, she's
lottery.
like, do you know your chances of winning? He's like, slim to none. And then she's like, well, if you win the 8 million or the 100 or $1 billion, what are you going to spend it on? He's like, hookers and blowers.
Nice.
Or he's like, hookers and cocaine. And she starts laughing. She's like, well, that wasn't the answer we were looking for.
That's not,
But dude, he didn't miss a beat. It's one of my favorite clips ever. He's
Like
like,
a ripping in.
it's
a
like
shirt.
coming back. It's like coming back
Hookers
from
and
Amsterdam.
cocaine,
We're entering into England from Amsterdam, and everyone's like, the lady's like, "Hey, what were you doing in Amsterdam?" And everyone's like, "Oh, business, oh," you know. And I'm like, she's like, "Hey, what were you doing, sir?" And I'm like, "Man, I was fucking partying balls." And she's like, "Finally, someone who's honest, you know."
let's yeah, especially
And they
in
still let
Amsterdam.
you through. It's not like they stopped me and said, "Oh, this guy's trouble."
Yeah. Oh,
Everyone's acting like they're on a business trip in Amsterdam.
Yeah,
What
right.
the fuck is
my first time going to Amsterdam, I was
Nothing's there for business.
No, well, I was a degenerate too. So even
Yeah.
like going to get my passport
Well,
photo,
that's why you go.
I was blazing before I got my passport photo, so I looked ripped in my passport.
Yeah.
And I like entering the country, and the guy looks at me, he's like, "You're sure you're just entering? It looks like you're leaving this country because my picture was all fucked up." That's
great.
what I was, yeah, I think it was like 18
Hey,
years old.
I learned
Shout
that
out
when
to
I
the
was a
red light
kid.
district.
Some older kid told me
Ching ching.
when you go get your license
The
to
brothel you visit.
Yeah, ching ching.
ching chings, ching chings motor in.
I've definitely probably been to a ching chings.
I'm sure you have.
Yeah.
Chong chong.
Ching chongs and
Wing wangs.
ding dangs.
Anything with a double.
and ding. Anything with a double ding in it. But I remember this kid telling me, yeah, man, when you go get your license, because I was, I'm a 15-year-old kid. I'm going to get my license. And, so I didn't actually do it until I was 18 because I was lazy. But I was getting driven around. I was already in the band. But he's like, make sure you're fucking stoned and fucking drunk and shit in your picture. So when the cops look at you, when you get pulled over, you look totally normal. And they look at you and you're all...
R.I.P. to this guy.
Yeah, I forgot who told me, but
I'm sure he died a year or two later.
I did do that. I did do what he said.
He was years
why
ahead of his
would-
time.
Yeah, that's real smart. Go to the DMV drunk and high. I mean, that's the smartest thing I heard today, Larry.
That's what he
No,
said.
you didn't do that, did you?
I went there very high, so
Yeah,
my
not
eyes
drunk.
were red, so I made
Yeah,
sure I
see?
looked like I looked when I got pulled over, yeah.
I don't.
So you're a dumbass that went and took his photo.
Yeah, like
fucking
they're really gonna
stoned.
be like, "Hey, you're not stoned. Yeah, you're not stoned enough. This isn't you. Your eyes aren't red."
love it.
Oh man,
Oh, my
this guy.
I've
Hey,
had that
hey,
happen.
Did you ever get a DUI?
Never.
Well,
Twice, though, I got
Man,
pulled over
it
in
must
1
work
week.
then.
And
I'm
I
holding
got
back
out
so
of it.
good to say.
One time,
Gay joke.
One time I was coming in real hot. One time I was in Elgin, and I got pulled over, and the
mental
cops like,
institution.
do you know why you're getting pulled over? And I said, no. And he goes like, you don't have your headlights on.
Oh man.
So I went through the whole.
You're like, I'm just stupid.
So I went-
He's like the steering wheel.
So he's like, it looks like you've been drinking quite a bit, and I was very drunk. And he goes, okay, we got to do the test. And I go through the whole side
Unzips his pants.
of the road DUI
Blow into
test,
this.
and he's
And I got
like,
away.
I'm like, dude, I'm just picking up tacos for the band. I was at Sabaro's fucking burritos there
Jesus, tell
down
this guy
there.
your life story.
And I'm like, they're waiting for me back there. And he's like, well, dude, it's obviously you were drinking a lot, but it's obvious you can handle it. So
told you
I'm,
this.
yes. And he goes,
Cop
so
told
you
you
go
you can handle
straight
your
back
alcohol."
there and,
Oh, really?
and go back to where you're saying you're going. I'm going to follow you. And I'm like, thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
we
And then
were smoking
3
angel
nights
dust
later.
all night.
3 nights later, I come in hot at at Ringside, the bar. When it's icy out, slam into the building.
Dude, it's like the third building you slammed structure you slammed into.
I
doesn't
slammed
learn his
into,
lesson, yeah.
I slammed into a few.
Yeah. Oh my God.
And
Shit, I
What's wrong
forgot,
with you?
I forgot it was
are,
winter.
The cops are right behind me, and they see me slam into the building. And they're like, holy shit. And they're like, do you got any guns or drugs? And I'm like, holy shit. I got a fucking antique pistol that I was just showing somebody. It's under my front seat.
No way.
And I got weed and fucking coke.
Oh,
and I'm
man.
drunk. And I was just about to go in the bar to keep drinking. I was going to meet my brother there. And
Smart.
This guy's got
the guy's like, well, I'm like, dude, man. Oh,
Don't
I,
search
I don't,
my
I
car.
don't know. I don't have anything. But he's like, well, what's
just hit
going
this
on? I
building?
go, it was icy and these brakes are fucked up on my car. And he goes, well, we're going to have to go in and tell the guy, he's probably going to want to press charges. I go, just tell Walt that it's me. And the guy comes out and he's like, the guy said it's cool. And again, the cop said, we're going to follow you home. And I'm like, thank you, sir. Thank you. And so
Walt, the
twice
guy
in
said it
1
was
week, I
cool.
got out of a DUI. And then
no.
I quit drinking for the longest time. I said, you know what, man? That was the skin
That's
of my
a sign,
teeth.
right? Yeah.
And I fucking
that's
never
2
drank and
strikes
drive
right
again. Yeah. And I said, next time I'm going
next
to be.
weekend.
Yeah. Till the next time he was coming in hot. Dude, you got a lot of coming in hot stories.
Isn't that crazy? Like a fucking fighter pilot.
Yeah, right.
I mean, it's a driveway.
Except
and
he's
a
a
house.
dri-
I mean, it's a driveway.
He's got a
and
house.
building.
He's got a house. He's got a commercial building.
Oh, fuck, do you mismanage that? I mean, you really are a menace to society.
I'm waiting for like an airport story.
Well, I mean, you've seen their car, right? Every single inch of that car is dented. It really is.
I know.
Some of it's missing, and it sounds like a race car, but a real shitty one.
Like a stock car, you're gonna smash up.
Dude, if you started that bitch up right now and drove it out in front, you could hear it probably through the wall.
Wait, I want to know who this guy is. They would say, "Oh, it's cool. He crashed into my building."
His name was Walt. He's dead now. He used to own Ringside, and he was this hillbilly guy.
How bad
and
was
he-
the damage? I mean, you could drive
I took
the
down
car?
some fucking. Yeah, I was able to still drive my car. It was an
First of
81
all,
Chevy Citation, man. This
Jeez,
thing
man,
was
the cops
excellent.
just let you
That's
leave
a
in-
solid
The
car.
cops let
Yeah.
you leave the scene of an accident in
Yeah.
a car that has just been in a major accident.
What year was this?
It was
like
in-
80s.
Well, yeah, this was the 80s.
No, was it?
It was the 80s, yeah.
Wow, you're an old bastard.
Yeah. Well, 80s you can get
Yeah.
you get away with that kind of stuff.
And it was probably like 89, maybe 90 at the latest. And and it was like, I was thinking my lucky stars because
Oh, yeah,
they
especially
were
here at
giving out
Ringside, though,
DUIs
yeah.
and shit like
yeah,
crazy
they were.
around
They were.
here.
That's when they started.
Yeah, that was when they really realized
Yeah,
this
so
is really a
great.
lucrative
Yeah.
business.
Oh,
Fuck, man.
Yeah, you got lucky.
Yeah, thank you, Lord. Thank you, Jesus. Yeah, that's why I don't fuck around and
You're
drive drunk
thinking
anymore.
Walt.
Yeah, and
Bullshit,
Walt,
dude.
too.
How many accidents have you had on your scooter?
But I'm still here to
You
tell
don't know
about
it.
it.
You just said you don't drink and drive.
Oh, yeah.
and you just lied again to everybody.
He's like,
right
is it
in front of
scooter
my
driving?
face.
Not
Yeah.
the car. That was
Oh,
riding.
no, not the car, not a motor vehicle. You said
Yeah.
it's a motor vehicle. You ass clown.
love
See,
it.
this is what he just lies to us. And you're
I
just eating
forgot,
shit
man.
up.
I'm
what
not
do you mean
lying.
you forgot? You're a liar.
didn't
You know what?
think
You
of
know
it.
what?
Sneak thief liar.
I believe him. Yeah.
Yeah, you
I don't
do
think
believe
he's
him.
not doing it on purpose.
No,
he's not
he
lying on
I
purpose.
didn't even realize I was drinking
He's like,
and
oh
driving.
yeah. No, it's like Anford. He's like, no, I didn't do any of that. Maybe a little bit.
Yeah, I got some. Yeah, I don't touch this stuff. But I got some the other day.
You all fucked up? No, me? No.
Maybe a little.
Maybe a little bit.
Dude, Beetlejuice Don Anford.
Oh, that stuff's gold. I love you. No. Maybe a little
Me,
bit.
no, man.
Yeah, maybe a
You
little
doing
bit.
drugs in the bathroom? No, me,
The
man.
best is when he's like,
Maybe a little bit.
why we didn't even say anything, and he's like, why you guys always say that to me?
He's
I'm
like,
not
nodded
high.
out,
And I'm
nodded.
like, dude, we didn't even say
Yeah,
anything.
they're
He's
like,
nodding
what?
out like this. You're talking about me? Like, no, we're talking
Yeah, what?
That's
talking
what my
over
mom
you.
always says to me. He says,
Oh, that's
fucking
funny.
great. All right, shout outs.
yeah, man. Shout out to everybody like Don Anford, Sherry, Mary,
Jay,
God,
God,
Jesus,
love your
Mr.
country.
X,
Leonard.
Leonard, Russ,
Chris. Hope
Chris.
you get better, brother.
Chris, will
shirt
be-
Nick.
Chris is coming up here
he
sometime
really?
soon. Yeah,
Fucking amazing.
yeah. He's gonna sell all his fucking guitars and amps and shit. He's got quite a few nice ones, and
Nice. When he comes
maybe
to town?
maybe I'll run him by Carlo.
Maybe.
We'll see.
Mm-hmm.
A lot
So
of
you got
Paul Reed Smiths and stuff, Carlo. A lot of Mesa Boogie amps and Paul Reed Smith amps and shit, and not a lot of weird shit like that.
Tell Mark, too.
Top of the line shit. Nothing like what I have. Nothing like my house.
I'm a
Anyways,
southpaw.
man, we could string one up for you.
All right,
We'll fucking do that, dude.
Tom's.
Yeah, Tom's.
Man, you guys, I swear to God, it's like two autistic blind children
Oh man, This
bumping
fucking
into
guy.
each other.
Tom's Free Clinic, Automotive, and Veterinarian Services.
It's our
The
longest
best
going
in
thing.
town. They really do have the best shit going on. If you need anything done with your pets, your car, or your privates, you bring it to Tom's. He's got it for
Tom's
you.
ain't got no qualms.
When the government fucks your ass, now you're just a bleeding mess.
Yeah.
Call Tom's Free Clinic.
And your car's leaking gas?
I like interpretations.
All right, I'm gonna
Think he can do his own.
we're gonna get back to the professionalism where we were at in
Dude,
the
I gotta
beginning
take
of
a
our
piss.
fucking.
All right, peace.
Yeah,
love you guys.
me too.
Oh my God.
We're gonna actually play our exit
Outro.
theme now, which we haven't done in a very long time. So peace. Thanks for tuning in.
Larry and Needle Show.